video number 2. So for about the first 5 classes, we're going to take it kind of easy. I want you to get to know your bike. I want you to get to find the comfortable settings that you like the most, as far as how far away you are to the handlebars, how high you want the handlebars. See how you felt from the last class. Were your arms kind of sore? Unfortunately, I know your butt was sore if you were using one of these bikes. However, it's worth it. Each time that you do it, it'll get a little better. There are gel seats that you can get from Academy, or you can get them offline. They're called gel seats for spin bikes. So I'll try and get a picture of those to you in the comments, or some links to some of them, because they do make a difference. But I promise you that it does get better. So I hope y'all really like the last ride. It's only going to get better. So I'm going to keep it simple, kind of go through all the different changes that we do during the classes. Then I'll have some little themed classes. So if you have any comments, please let me know if some of the things from any of the classes felt a little bit harder than you thought were necessary. Let me know, but I can promise you, you will get there. You will get to do the things that you thought you never could do before. So with that said, let's get on our bikes and start rolling. All right, we're gonna warm up for about 5 to 7 minutes. We gotta get those legs rolling. I'm hoping that you started the video while you were on your bike, so you're already kind of warmed up. You can't warm up enough, I promise you that. Plus, you can always burn those extra calories. All right, so let's get set. Flat road, remember, we just have that little bit of resistance, so it's going to be like you're riding a bike on the road. So you want to have enough to keep yourself steady in your seat. And that should be enough to start with. So you got a little tiny bit of resistance. You may feel a little burn in your legs, but that is your muscles warming up. So we need that little bit of pressure. You want to make sure your shoulders are up, down, and back. Your core is pulled in tight. So I want you to feel a tight core throughout the entire class. And I'm going to remind you to do that. I'm big on core because it's your core that you use for everything. And that's going to be something that you find is going to help you with everything. If you have a strong core, your balance is good, everything else that you do on a daily basis is easier. Walking, reaching for stuff, climbing stairs, turning around. So we need that core. So you want your arms to be slightly bent. Now if from last time, you felt like your shoulders were kind of sore, your triceps might have been kind of sore, go ahead and lift that bar up a little higher, because it is a lot of work on your upper arms, your shoulders. So at first, so that's another thing that you are going to have, you're going to feel stronger as your arms. So also, as your core gets stronger, you're able to hold this position longer. So as much time as you need, sit up if you can. Take breaks. It's fine. I mean, you hear me huffing and puffing already. Yes, I'm talking, but it's a workout. You're spinning your legs. I mean, your legs are big muscles. You have big muscles in your legs, and you're just continuing to move. It's not like you're stopping between sets or anything. So we're moving. Your body's not used to moving this way. It's being forced to move like it doesn't normally do on a daily basis. So first of all, yay, because yay, our body is moving the way we want it to, and B, we're having fun, right? And this is so fun. Take 30 minutes out of your day. Have fun. Get on the bike. Listen to Louise battle on for 30 I know. Sometimes it's better for me to respond to what you say because I get kind of lost, but I mean, you know how it goes. So are y'all ready to do something a little different? We're just gonna change the resistance a little bit. So we're gonna take it a little bit to the right because you know when we speed up, we have to have a little bit more resistance so that we can keep control. All right, so just a little bit, like an eighth of a turn, and we're gonna speed up, not a lot, maybe like 10 RPM if you have a computer, not too much, not too much. We're gonna take it for about 20 seconds though. That's our number. You got those elbows pulled back, you got those shoulder blades squeezed together. So I want you to really feel that on your back. I want you to feel, all right, take it down and relax. So while you've got your hands on the handlebars, pull your shoulders in by pulling your elbows in. That's a good stance, as you could call it. So your elbows are below your shoulders, which are above your hands, so you've got that straight line. And your shoulder is above your knee, is above your, bear with me all. I've had brain surgery, I got that brain damage. Your shoulder is above your rib cage, which is above your hips, which is in line with your knee and your ankle. So this means that we're symmetrical. This is what we go for. We want to be symmetrical all the time. We want to have our shoulders straight and back. So our shoulders are straight across together. We want to have our feet always hip distance apart. This is where we're going to have our best stance. So when you're standing up, you want those feet to be hip distance apart. If they're too close, your balance is going to be a lot harder than if you had them hip distance apart. So that, always try and do that. All right, back to the little bit of speed. Little eighth of a turn, and go, 20 seconds. So now we're back. Make sure you're not squeezing the handlebars. Make sure you're not pushing hard on the handlebars. Use those legs, push with those legs. That's what we want to use. That's what we're using to do the work. All right, 2, 1, let it go. All right, so we get back to flat road. Now, the other thing that we try and get used to, which may take a few times, so you do not have to. Some people like to sit up to rest. So this is core work. It also gives the upper body a rest. And sometimes we all need that. It opens up the chest, helps us breathe a little bit. So we can all relax a little bit. However, it's okay if you can't. If you need a break, and this is something I keep forgetting to say at the beginning of class, water. You need to drink water. Make sure that you have at least half of this during the class and the rest of it after class. So a bottle of water, at least a bottle of water an hour. All right. Y'all ready for another one? Yes, we are, Louise. Okay, here we go. Let's increase that and go. 10 RPM, just a little bit. Just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. Not too much. Not too much. Good. Don't tense up. Do not tense up. All right, take it back down. tensing up does is it, if you felt like maybe your back or your shoulders were really sore after last time, it's maybe because you were scrunching your back. I get it. When I'm anxious or anything, that's what I do, is I scrunch up my shoulders. It can make you hurt a lot, so that's why we always want to, like when you're just thinking about it, drop those shoulders, and you just want to make, here your shoulder blades in the back, on your back, you just want to bring them in like that, almost like you're going to make them touch. Good, good. All right, we're going to spin for just a few more seconds. Let's get those shoulder blades back. Pull in that core. Your chest goes up so that we have the best opening in our chest to breathe with. Are your elbows bent? Take a minute if you need it. We're going to climb a little bit, but not a lot. This is your ride. So if you want to add a whole bunch of resistance to the point where you can barely move your legs and they're burning so hard, please do it. Like I said in the first class, and I'll try and say every other class, these are just suggestions. So I'm not trying to make you do all this. You came here so that you could be a better you. You could be the best you for doing this. So physically and life-wise. So yeah, if you want to go way beyond, if you want to just sit there and watch and, get ready for maybe, not ready to quite do it yet, but I think maybe we'll do the first 3, 4, a couple times, and then I think I might be ready. That's fine. Do what you want to do. Do what you can do. Just do something, please. All right. So we're going to take a climb. What does a climb mean? We're going uphill. When you're going uphill, usually aren't going up a little bump and down a little bump. We're going to go up a little hill and down a little hill. So what we're going to do is we're going to start going up. So that little turn, and we're just going to keep the same pace as long as we can. We're going to go up a little bit more with the resistance about every 20 seconds. Yo, we've been here like 20 minutes. Class is close to being over. Wow. So you've done so much. Increase it. How much can you increase it and still keep that same pedal stroke rate, RPM, rotations per minute? Let's add again. Whew. This feels so good. Why does it feel so good? You can feel those muscles in your legs. They're there. They're working. That blood's flowing. It kind of wakes you up a little bit. It kind of works your brain connections. Add a little bit more. Makes you kind of feel a little bit more alive. I mean, my brain wakes up when I get on the bike. I love it. I could do this all day. Of course, somebody would eventually make me go get them apple juice or something. But the dogs always want to go outside, and then they want to come inside. And then they want to go outside and they look back and they're like, Mommy, increase. Please come play with me. And I'm like, no, I want to go get on my bike. That's so much more fun than playing with you. Just kidding. I love my dogs. But one of them is just very, very needy. But she's a German Shepherd. They're crazy, but they're awesome. She loves everybody. You may hear her here and there whining at the door. She loves having everybody together. Up a little bit more, and then we're going to try and come down a little bit at a time. So take it to the left just a little bit. Hope it's going well for y'all. Remember, you want to keep your hands light on the handlebars. Every once in a while, see if you can remember before I do. Those shoulder blades go back. Your core is pulled in tight. Your knees are hip distance apart, so you're not pulling them in and you're not pushing them out. Reduce it a little bit. So, right, knees are hip distance apart, hips are hip distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. You can't help it because you got your feet and the stirrups are clipped in. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Y'all get it. All right, come all the way down. I know I distract myself. So, all right. I'm not going to do arm exercises yet. I know we did some last time, but I had to change a heart. We did a few. So I guess that's like a little preview of what's coming. We're going to have so much fun. But get strong now. This is important. Learn your bike. Get that gel seat. Come back and do the ones that you did before with the gel seat if you haven't done it before. People love it. They say they get the wider one. Get the wider one. But I promise you'll get used to it. So come on and let's slow down a little bit. Next thing, last thing we're going to do is an endurance run. So what is that about? Keeping our pace with a little bit more resistance. So we're going to keep this pace that we choose for 30 seconds. Then we're going to go off, then 30 seconds again, then we're going to cool down. So what I want you to do is take it up 2 little turns and see if you can still go the same pace that you were going before you turned it. So stick here and 30 seconds, keep the same pace. Go. So don't slow down. Don't try and speed up a lot. Same pace. So this is how we work on endurance. We'll see if you can stay at the same rate when it gets just a little bit tougher. So that's going to help us to increase the rate, increase the resistance that we can put on normally. All right, take it off. Take off exactly what you put on. You should be back on your flat road. So I want you to put it up exactly where you were before, even a little bit more than you had on there before. We get a little break. And we're going to go again for 30 seconds. Ready? 2 little turns. Keep going at that pace. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Shoulders down. Keep that core pulled in tight. Tight, tight, tight. Elbows bent. Keep it up, y'all. Y'all are doing great. All right. 5 more seconds. This is tough. Tougher. It looks easier. You want to say, is that it? Yep. All right. Take it down. All right, guys. We're going to cool down, stretch, and that'll be a day. Unless you're going to do more in one day. More in one day is more fun. But start with one. Do more each day. Hopefully you felt a little different today. If not, keep doing it. I know you will feel different. There's no way you won't feel different if you just stick with it. You don't have to do it every day. You don't have to do it once a week. But the more consistent you stay, the better. So we're gonna work on it together, start up together. I'm getting stronger, you're getting stronger, our coordination's getting better, our balance is getting better, and we're having fun, hopefully. So if you have stuff to share too, or questions to ask, even questions that you think everybody might want to know the answer to, just ask. And I love to do research, so if you have a hard question, then I can try and find it. I love to do research. So I'm going to try and find some stuff that y'all might be interested in. Maybe I'll do some info videos. Those are always fun. Sometimes it's hard to come up with information that that you need to know about. Like, people talk about this stuff, like these words all the time, and you're like, what are you talking about? Dystonia? What? Dysplasia? I mean, people say it all the time, but like, it's like everybody knows what the word says, what the word means, but they all sound the same. So maybe I can come up with fun ways to remember what it's called. All right, come to a complete stop. Remember, you have your brake if you need it. We don't want you flying off the bike, so push the brake if you need to. And come on off. That's all right. So remember, you've got different modifications of the stretch. So we can put our foot up on the bike. We can take it down. Don't have to touch your toe. I just want your chest to come down towards your knee. So that means your back is staying straight and your leg is staying straight. So if you try to bend down to touch your toe, it's not all staying straight. All right, get your quad. We worked those quads today with that endurance and that climb. My goodness, I'm feeling it. You feeling it? All right, this is one of my favorites. I'm gonna say that every time. All right, how about we get the other one? All right, quad. It's a pretty day, a little bit overcast. It's not cold. I'm in Houma, Louisiana. It's the middle of December. It's not hot, but it's not cold. We're in down to Bahia, but not quite all the way down. All right, so that finishes number 2 of Ride for Your Life. So if y'all have any questions or anything, please hit me up. I'm so glad that you came with me and you're sticking with me. So next time I will see you for another more beginner video, and y'all ride for your best life. Thank you.